Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be going over how you can get more social media marketing clients leveraging LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has been the biggest driver for us in regards for the agency and also growing our own software company. And we have a lot of really interesting strategies. We've worked with lots of social media marketing agencies, and so we have it down to a science for how you can actually start to get more business from the LinkedIn platform. So with that being said, I'm going to jump straight over into my computer screen and go over all of that stuff with you. Hey, what's going on, guys? So now we're in my computer, and let's dive right into this. How to get more social media marketing clients on LinkedIn. All right, so here are some prerequisites to how this can work and what you need. So you will need a product/service description, so really clear understanding what it is that you do. Next, you will need to be niche specific, landing page, website, LinkedIn profile that calls out the target audience, their problems, and how you are the vehicle to get them to where they want to be. We use something called the I help blank by blank statement. So I help the niche or the market that you serve, to, which is the result that you drive for them, by, which is the vehicle in which you do that for, right? So if you're a social media marketing agency, you might be niche down in specific services, etc. So that right here is just I help blank to blank by blank, right? And our goal is across our landing page, our website, and our LinkedIn profile, we need to showcase what this is. So if we're on LinkedIn reaching out to prospects, if they come to your LinkedIn profile, it should be very clear who it is that you help, which is why I'm going into being niche specific, to, which is the result that you give them, by, which is a vehicle in which you do that with, right? So the next thing is you need some valuable, like a value-driven content, testimonials to show credibility, right? And maybe some press articles that also showcase authority, right? These are important value-driven content, meaning like videos, like here right now, I'm giving value to you guys around LinkedIn, right? Because our software deals with LinkedIn. So, whoever's watching this is normally my attractive customer. So for you, based on your market, what kind of valuable videos can you start to create to build trust and showcase yourself as the authority in that space? Testimonials, obviously, because those showcase you really do know what you're talking about, and press articles or maybe speaking videos to showcase you are an authority and have high status. You also need to have a business page set up on LinkedIn. So going back here, niche specific. So I encourage you, even in general, a digital marketing agency, you're going to have better results if you can be super niche specific. Give you an example. I've worked with somebody in the past where they were having a lot of trouble figuring out like what their niche is or getting clients and standing out. And we found out, okay, what are the variables that of what you do that make you different? And who are the dream clients? And they found that if they were also veterans, and they found that they had a client previously and they've had that client for a very long time and is their favorite client to work with, and that client was also a veteran, and it was super easy to close them and build a relationship and get the best results because they had that commonality. So they switched their whole business model to they only serve veteran owned businesses, right? So how can you be super niche specific? So whenever we're contacting these people, we can have super high relevance and similarities with them, right? And we should reflect what that niche, your niche, like who it is that you help and who you don't, basically across the landing page, website, and your LinkedIn profile, which is super important. Okay. Also, whenever you're niche specific, it's going to help you whenever you're going into the targeting on LinkedIn, which I'll get into in a second. So if you don't have testimonials or value-driven content, start to think of some that you can create. So think about their pain points or false beliefs. So what kind of training videos can you do to give value to them to help break those? Also, testimonials. If you have previous clients, ask them for testimonials. And then press articles or some kind of authority. This is not a necessity, but it'd be nice if you had that. And then have a business page set up on LinkedIn. If you don't know how to do that, all you do is go right here to work, right? And then scroll down here, create a company page, fill out all the info, and then link that company page right here to your personal profile. On that company page, you need to fill that up with those valuable videos, case studies, information about your company, etc. Okay. All right. So now let's jump into the framework, right? number one, first one I'm going to go over is the LinkedIn sales funnel, which is basically what we're going over. And then I'm going to go into the minute little details of that. But right here, it's broken down into basically a funnel, right? Know, like, and trust, awareness, engagement, conversion. If you're a digital marketer, I'm sure you're very familiar with this process. But we go from know, which is finding your target customer, which we do through LinkedIn search, which I'm going to dive deep into using things like Boolean, etc. So we find a LinkedIn search, right? And then we connect with those people, send them a connection invite with a little personalized note, which is under engaging. Start the conversation with your target customer. Then we do an intro message. After they accept, we send the introduction message, and then we have follow-ups based on their responses, right? With the end goal to get them to trust us, nurture/close, we want to get them into a discovery call normally. Normally we do a discovery call, and what happens from the discovery call is we're building the relationship, we're getting to know this person, pre-qualifying. I mean, I guess you could call it a sales call, because really what you're doing here is you're trying to sell the actual strategy session, which we consider a sales call, and then that goes to the closed deal. This is really the overall framework. And then right here we have connected, which is automation that can save you time and really do this, the middle part of this for you. But anyways, let's jump into it. So first, find contacts on LinkedIn using SalesNav or regular LinkedIn search, using Boolean. Boolean is a way to use keywords to get hyper-targeted on the audience that you're wanting to go after. Search based on keywords that deem them qualified, title, industry, etc., right? So the best thing let's jump over to LinkedIn, right? Give you an example. So many people, when they use LinkedIn, they'll just go, okay, I need CEOs in real estate, right? That's going to be much harder. As hyper targeted as we can get, the better. And the way that we hyper target is, how can we target based on commonalities that we have with this person, so it's easy to build that relationship and gain trust. So an example is, if I was doing that example, maybe I do CEO and real estate. So right now I'm using Boolean search. If I search that, right, that's great. And then we do connections second and third, because those are new people. So we have 575,000 results here, which is a lot, right? We'd rather be hyper targeted. Example of what I'm saying is, okay, maybe we want these people just to be in, let's just do United States. But to take it even a step further, based on your hyper targeted niche, maybe we start with, okay, only people that went to, a certain school. This is just an example. So think of different connection points that you have commonality with. So say I went to University of Indianapolis, right? And I search this. And then when I do my outreach, right? So now we have people in real estate, but they went to the University of Indianapolis, and maybe that was the same school you went to. Now we have an actual commonality to when I reach out, I can say, hey, would love to learn more about your experience at blank school. So there's different connection points. That's the main thing that I really want to stress here whenever we're trying to target people on LinkedIn to go after, right? Like I said here, we'll find our contacts using Boolean search. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over Boolean search. Just type in Boolean search on LinkedIn. This is going to show you how to be hyper targeted right here. This article, right? How to use these to get targeted lists. Okay. And then what we want to do is send personalized message to start building the relationship. So this is where people mess up on LinkedIn, is that right away they start with their pitch, right? They'll send a connection invite and they'll say, hey, I do SEO XYZ for this many companies. People are just going to ignore that, right? You need to have an intro message that's calling out something personal, and like, don't be salesy. That's what I'm saying in regards to when we're searching here. I put in the variable of University of Indianapolis, and I'm starting here. Maybe I start with, hey, I see you went to the University of Indianapolis, you're in real estate, would love to connect, right? Or, hey, we both went to University of Indianapolis, but maybe you talk about like, oh, go FSU is one of our sales guys they go to, and they use this same strategy a lot. That's why I'm talking about it. They'll be like, hey, I saw you went to FSU, go Noles, right? Which is their mascot. See what I mean? That's a way different approach than, hey, let's just connect, or, hey, I do SEO, think I can help you grow your business. See what I mean? Very different entry points. So find ways that you can be sending a personalized message here, okay? After we send that personalized message, right? So which is the connection invite, which is right here, right? We add the little note, send it. after they accept, what we need to do is we need to send a follow-up message, okay? And the follow-up message strategy is leveraging value-driven / welcome content like a personalized Loom video, okay? This is a strategy that works really well. So I have scripts here. You should be able to download these, right? But example right here is first name. I keep coming back to your LinkedIn profile. We have some similarities. I have to think there's a way for us to collaborate. Can you make time the next few days for a quick call, right? We're trying to get them on that discovery call. I made a quick introduction video so you can put a face to the name. Boom, insert a Loom video, which you make custom, right, to this person. So it adds personalization, and you want to introduce yourself. So start this video. It should only be 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Hey, my name's Elliot Drake. Came across your profile, etc. Trigger some type of emotional response. Be like, this can be with your hook and your messaging. What is that pain point that this person's having that makes them need your services? So you could say, hey, my name's Elliot Drake. I've been helping veteran-owned businesses that run HVAC businesses generate more water repair jobs. Whatever your little thing is, emotional response, show credibility. I've actually, been helping a lot of clients. These are some of the clients I've helped. This is what I've done for them. Tell the backstory of your company, right? Do this through a Loom video. So Loom is like just a little software where you can make videos. Super easy. It's right here, right? You can pull that up. So we use that with our follow-up. You can also use things like training videos. You can send, hey, thought this would be super valuable, or maybe do an audit for them and send it, okay? Next thing is second follow-up. So we sent that intro message, right here, which is to engage them in a conversation, get them interested in what you have to say. And then we have our second follow-up, send something else of value. So like say they don't respond here, right? Maybe follow up with them, ask them if they saw your last message, or send them some other form of valuable content that they would find interesting. Next thing here is leveraging Connected to automate the outreach. Not required, but I highly recommend it because instead of you having to go through here manually and doing all this, you can make this process completely automated, and it can connect and message up to 100 people every single day on your behalf. Plus, it collects all the data. And also, we can integrate things like email. So, obviously, Connected is something you have to pay for, so it's not required. You can do it manually. In addition to it automating all of the messaging and outreach part with personalized messaging, so they won't know it's automation. It also collects all the emails, so you can integrate, like after they accept, it collects the email, and you can then trigger, say, an active campaign, an additional email, which we do, that says, hey, my name's Elliot. We just got connected on LinkedIn. We both went to University of Indianapolis, messaged you on LinkedIn, but thought I'd just make this quick little Loom to introduce myself. Here's some things that I do, right? So I highly recommend using Connected. There's a link in the description to book a demo. Next point here is get them on a 15-minute call, okay? Run the discovery call with the goal of landing the strategy session, right? So I have a little breakdown of what that discovery call looks like, which is right here in the process, which is first 5 minutes, you want to take control of that call. You want to position that as really we're getting to know each other. We're building a relationship, right? And you want to take control, build rapport. So first 5 minutes, I don't just go right into, oh, what do you do for work, right? I try to find those other connection points. So if you both did go to that same school, or maybe they're in Cleveland, Ohio, oh, how the Browns doing? They've started off on a good foot this year. Like, what do you think? Try to figure out those connection points outside of work and business where you can build that rapport and a relationship for the first 5 minutes. Then we go into next 5 minutes is meeting opening. This is where you take control, okay? So what we do here is, hey, John, thank you so much for your time. I want to be respectful. I really want to jump on here just to really get to know you and your business and see if there's any way I can help. Would you love to kick it off? Just tell me how you got in your current role, right? Took control, get them and ask questions about their business, this is your qualifying stage. And then what's going to happen is afterwards, they've been telling you all about their business, and you already have prepared your product description, your I help blank by blank statement. So whenever you go into telling them what you do, it's going to fit directly into, they are the person you help, right? So they're going to be interested. And then the goal is to so you prepare, you present demo, ignore the demo part, but you present what it is that you do and who you help. And then meeting closing, that's whenever you are saying, hey, are you free next week for us to schedule another call to see how, we can help you? I'll put together that proposal, etc. So this is our process for that discovery call. Okay. So after that, we get them on a sales call and run them through your process. So whatever in your agency it looks like, if you have a qualified prospect on a call doing a sales call, we do have processes for that. I don't have it in this video, but comment down below if you like some of the scripts and things. But really run them through the proposal. You'll notice here on this LinkedIn sales funnel, I have discovery call straight to close deal, because there's a lot of times I do a discovery call and they're so interested that they say, hey, could you go into it right now? And then I've actually closed the deal on discovery calls. But most of the time, in our experience, it's better to get them off, like have one touch point that's more of a relationship building, and then bring the sales call to a separate environment in a separate call. But sometimes it does work out to where you can do a discovery call too. Okay. Like I said, run them through the slide deck, proposal, etc., and then get that deal closed. Okay. So now I'm just going to run through some of these important things whenever you're doing this, right? So remember the following best practices as you develop your messaging, because the messaging is really everything. It's not about you, it's about your target audience. Make sure your messaging resonates to your target audience. Remember, people's natural tendency in psychology is what's in it for me, right? So don't make it all about you. It needs to be about the target audience. You should do your due diligence, understand who they are, what is their language, what do they respond to. Next, don't sell. Focus on relations and engagement. Your goal is to trigger engagement or conversation. If they are interested, they will view your profile before responding. Your profile needs to be your digital billboard that resonates to them, right? Very important. You come to my profile, right, and you see co-founder and CMO. I have a title of authority, right? I have a headshot, a really nice headshot. I put this blue little ring around it because it improves acceptance rates. I have a nice aesthetic on the banner. Shows, more leads and sales, save time and money, collect valuable data, 3 bullet points for exactly what I do. Then I have that I help blank by blank statement. I help professionals increase sales, save time, and have more impact on LinkedIn, right? I used on instead of by, right? Marketing speaker because of authority. They come here, they see valuable content, which I was talking about earlier, right? LinkedIn profile tips. They watch this, they see I'm an authority, and an expert in this space. They see client testimonials, which you can see here. I have other videos on profile optimization as well if you go check out my channel, right? I have the company stuff filled out. I have skills right here. You have all this stuff filled out. I have recommendations, showcase I'm an authority. But focus on the relationship. They're going to look at your profile and see that you are an expert. Move the conversation off LinkedIn. This is so important. At the end of the day, it's all about building a relationship and getting someone to trust you. And it's very hard over a chat to do that, right? So it's all in the messaging to be able to get them on that 15-minute call, where then you can do the work, and pull your weight there. So once you get engagement going, focus on converting into a phone call, conference call, or FaceTime or face-to-face meeting. Don't try to provide too much information or attachments over LinkedIn messaging. Just don't do that. Get to the point and remember people are busy. Anymore, it takes 5 to 12 touches to get a new connection to respond. Your goal is to educate and hopefully get them to review your profile at minimum if they don't respond, right? So literally get to the point. Like, don't drag it on and on and on. Is really what we're trying to say here. Also, a solid no is okay. Be thankful someone replied back to you. Replied back a no. It allows you to move on to the next one. A no is better than no response, okay? All right, so here's some scripts that you can use. So the connection invite, this is just a framework. You should take what I'm saying here and make it your own verbiage, your own language, like how you like to speak, and add your own flair onto it, based on who you are and your points of difference, and also who the customer, who your niche is and their language, etc. So don't write a novel or overthink your reasoning for connecting. Don't send out a sales pitch. Super important. So here's example 1. Hi, first name, came across your profile, so we have some mutual connection. I'd love to add you to my network, thanks, insert name. Don't copy this, please. This is just a framework. Change this around to be unique and different to you. Okay, example 2, hi, first name. I'm building my network with like-minded professionals. Let's connect. Thanks. Insert your name. Obviously, change this as well to be personalized to you. Hey, first name, I see that you work for insert company. So you can pull in their company if you're doing it manually. Also with like connected, you can insert this so it'll automatically pull in company, first name, etc. So these variables can be automated too with these responses and connected. I see you work at insert company. I respect what you guys do. May I add you to my professional network and connect? So that's the little connection invite. Start with that. And then now we're going to follow-up message after they accept. The goal is to build rapport and, like I said, get them on that 15-minute chat where you can really build a relationship. Make sure that you follow up with them within 24 to 48 hours. If you're doing it manually, just keep on top of that. If you're using connected, it will do this for you. You don't even have to think about it. You'll just say you can just set a delay to once they accept, 1 day later, send the follow-up that you put inside of there. Like I said, just make sure you follow up in a timely manner, whether you're using automation to save time or you are doing it manually. Get more personal, be the top of mind problem solver, and have a call to action, which our call to action is getting them on the discovery call. Be interesting enough for them to want to review your profile, right? This is what I'm talking about changing these messages, standing out, make sure your profile is optimized, you're coming across in the right way. Here's some other scripts and examples. Hi, first name, thank you for connecting. I see that blank, insert, compliment them or reference one of their posts or reference something you both have in common. Like I said, like maybe the school that you went to or part of a group that they're a part of, etc. Find a different commonality. I'm curious about, ask a question regarding to the above reference. So we're doing here. And wanted to ask a similar question to trigger them to answer your question, right? Have a wonderful day. These are inserts. Example 2, first name, I keep coming back to your profile. We have some similarities, and I have to think there is a way for us to collaborate somehow. Can you make time in the next few days for a quick intro call? I made a quick introduction video so you can put a name to the face. Boom, insert a link to the Loom, right? This is like another strategy that we use. Like if you're using, say, automation, for instance, like what we use, we don't do it manually. We will make a Loom video for this specific niche, but we make the Loom video in a way that it looks like it could be personal to them and only they're getting it, but it's applicable across the board. So if anybody sees it. So what I mean by that is we make the video says, hey, thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. That's how we would make it, right? We would just not say their name. On the other side, if it was more personal, it would be like, hey, John, thanks, right? The way that we make it is like, hey, thank you so much. We just got connected on LinkedIn, so I really thought I'd make you this quick Loom video and then go through those points that I mentioned above. So then that one Loom video, you can put it in automation and it'd be applicable and relevant to lots of people, but the way that you made it, it looks like it was personalized to them. I hope that makes sense. And that's really the process that we use, guys. Like if you follow this process and this framework, it's really about shots on goal, then you're going to generate more clients on LinkedIn for your social media marketing agency, right? So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I highly encourage, make sure that you're niche specific. How niche specific can you get? Make sure that your profile and everything resembles that. Follow this framework of trying to getting them on a discovery call, then to a sales call, right? Follow this rapport building discovery call process. Okay, follow these best practices. Here's these scripts if you want to take these and use them. Feel free. You can screenshot it, or there'll be a link down in the description below for this actual document that you can get.
So with that being said, thank you so much, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you got value from it, we'd appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can see whenever we post again. As well, like this video and comment down below some of the thoughts, everything that you thought of this video, if you got value from it. In addition, if you have other videos that you would like us to make that could help you make your life easier, we'd really love to do that for you. So go ahead, comment down below, subscribe and like, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next ones. Peace.